Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today, I wanted to do something a little special for all of my subscribers. I've reached the small personal goal of 300 subs, and I wanted to thank all of you by doing a special build. It's a home with the shell of the number 300. I did decide, instead of making it a long home, to give it a second story, so I threw the second zero on top of the first zero and made it a nice little two-story home. As always, though, I did have trouble with the roof, but I figured it out, and I think it looks kind of cool. It's different, and I like different, because I'm different and weird, and that's good. Anywho, I'll show you what I did for all of you. Next goal, however, 500 subscribers. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you stick around till the very end, because I have another little surprise to thank you. Now let's get into it. Here she is, y'all. I am so excited about this one. This was so much fun to do. Just the build itself. Forget the interior, furniture and everything. It was just putting it together. Making the layout inside, yes, but also doing the house on the outside as well. I love this. It's so much fun. And I'll show you at the end where the 3, the 0, and the 0 are. You can't really tell from here because of my roofing, but here's a 3. There's a 0 down here, and the other 0 is on top. Because, yeah, I did not want to have a 300, like, all the way on one floor. So, anyway, here's the roof I was talking about. You can tell it's a little odd, to say the least. But it works. It works. I promise it works. I think it works. I like how it is. I think it's cool. I love how this is all open, straight through, and it's 3 pieces. Well, there's this 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 pieces. Let's see. I don't think, yeah, no, there's no overhang on any of the roof pieces except right here underneath. As you can see, it kind of pops out a little bit, but that's okay. That's no big deal. And then here, this is 1, 2, and 3 pieces, and then the same there. And then there's this piece here for the upstairs porch-ish kind of area. When I looked at this at first, it gave me the feeling of like a house from down in southern Georgia, with their big, beautiful homes down there. Plantation. It reminded me of a plantation home, and they're so pretty. Anyway, so this is the exterior here. I didn't put windows on these side pieces here, these little angled pieces. I decided to just put a trellis, little tree, some ivy just to cover it up and give it something. And there is kind of like a little garden on either side there. Putting a window there just seemed like it was just way too much. Too many windows, too many windows. It already had plenty of windows and plenty of light. And I think when I added the windows there, it just seemed like too much. But it was so plain, I had to add something. So I added that. And I like it. And it makes sense because that is where there is a little greenery garden area. So it makes sense. The only other thing that would have made this better was to have this porch wrapped completely around, but I didn't want to do that because then I'd have to roof it, and I didn't want to figure that out. Plus, it's the number 300, so I felt like I couldn't quite do that. And this tree is just a little off the lot, technically a little off the lot, because yeah, so like these squares on the outside, you can't build on. So technically it's off the lot, but it's really not. So there's the front of the house. I've got a nice little garden section over here where the 3 and the 0 meet. And then in the backyard, I love how this turned out. I kept it very simple. I didn't want to add too much. They do have twin daughters, I believe I decided on. But we've got the bonsai tree and a telescope, little eating area. We've got the trees with some greenery. These are just these little rectangular pieces. Oh no, those aren't rectangles. No, those are triangles. I know my geometry. Well, at least that part. I know what things are. I just forget what they're called. Anywho, so I did that. And then I've got this decent sized pool. It's not huge, doesn't have to be. And then the back porch, we've got a nice little place to eat, a nice place to paint under the roof. And both sides have a ceiling fan. So that way, when you're eating outside, you don't get hot. When you're cooking, you don't get overwhelmed by the smoke. Oh man, that's too far back. And I don't think I have uploaded this yet to the gallery. So by the time you see this video, it will have been uploaded to the gallery only by a day or two. So you'll be able to find it quite easily. And look what I did, trying to be all smart. I put good God, I'll put that there for now, and I have to remind myself. That's why I put it in front on top of the door so that I would remember. And I still forgot. Go figure. Move objects on. So I'm going to put that there in the middle of the door. That hopefully I remember this time. Okay, so let's go inside. Shall we? We shall. Go away. Why won't it go away? There we go. All right, are you ready? I'm ready. I want to go in the other camera mode though, because it's a much better view, I think. All right, let's go in. Oh. No shoes in the house, people. No shoes. Drop them. Drop them right there. On the left, you've got a living room. On the right, we've got a door. Let's go to the right. Through this door on the right. Oh, no, let's not go there. I don't want to show you that yet. That's too fun. I'll show you the middle part there too, or that door there too. So anyway, we go to the left and we have the living room. I did put down some clutter, some decor, but I didn't want to overwhelm it because if you guys want to use this house, if you guys want to download it and use it in your gameplay, I want you to be able to add your own touches to it, and I don't want it to lag your computer. So the necessities are here, plus a little extra salt just to cover up some holes in walls and stuff. But we have a beautiful fish tank, a really cool fireplace, got a TV, the couches. Very, very cool. Love the colors. Found this rug and I thought, yep, that's the one. We're making this room green. And I got green. I love it. I think it looks great. Got a nice little sailboat picture there. You got a little game. What is that? Darts. Through this door is a bathroom, the guest bathroom. Very nice, very bright, very pretty, pretty. And then we go back out this way, and this is the 0 on the first floor. This right here is the little section between the 3 and the 0. You'll see what I mean when I do a top-down view. But here we're walking into the number 3. So we're going to go to the left side here, which is the bottom part of the 3. We've got a hutch, nice long dining table for 6, and a bar over here in the back. I think that's kind of cozy and fun. And then we walk out here. This is the middle part of the 3. Not a lot going on, although I did remember the fork and spoon. I almost forgot, actually. I kind of had to add it in at the last minute before I started recording. I'm like, no, the fork and spoon. So I did that. And then here's the kitchen. I think the kitchen looks fantastic. There is a lot of space in this room to expand, to do whatever you want with it. But we've got the cabinets. Since this is an angle over here, it was a little tough, as I'm sure all of you kind of well know. But there you see how the cabinets are working. I did have to kind of layer those cabinets there so that it would be even with the refrigerator. But I like it. I really like it. I think it looks good. The kitchen is nice and roomy, spacious. Got a cool little bar here with everything you could possibly need. And then, what could be behind these doors, you ask? Well, it's the pantry. The full pantry. Look at this. Look at all this stuff. I would love to have a pantry like this. Well, forget the pantry. I want a closet like this for all my clothes. But we've got all the spices. We've got the foods, the dry foods, I guess. No. What is that? The fruits and vegetables. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, and then you've got your containers full of dry foods and all the other stuff, dishes, pot, pans, all that. Love it. Love it. And I love this door. It doesn't really go. They didn't really care. They loved that door. So if we go upstairs, we'll come back down and do this other door here in a second, but we're going to go upstairs. Here's the landing. I didn't put anything on this table here, which is fine. We come out these double doors, and it's the veranda, I suppose, the balcony. You can put up whatever you want up here. I just kind of left it. I kind of liked it that way. If we go to the left here, this is the twin girls' bedroom. Lots of space for 2 girls to share. I don't think I had 1/4 of this space with me and my sister growing up. We shared a room. We were 6 years apart, but we shared a room. We had bunk beds, a dresser, and a closet, and that was it. That was all that would fit. Nothing else would fit. So this is the girls' room. They each have their own activity skill item. She's got painting. She's got guitar. But they've got some colorful pictures. They each have their own closet. They've got a full-length mirror, and they also have their own bathroom. But they each have their own sink. Look at that. So they can either take a shower or use the tub. No decor in the bathroom, but that's okay. And then there is a little window for some sunlight, which is very, very nice. Very nice. And then if we go to the other side, this is the parents' bedroom. Like this bedroom, it's a little more muted. They also have everything kind of matchy-matchy with the browns and the greens. Love this bed. I could do without the pea green, but I love this green here. Was that army green? I like that color. Anyway, we've got some decor up in here and stuff. I'm going to say this is mom's side. This is dad's side. We've got the pretty lady and the butch man. But they have their own computer desk with, work that they brought home with them, of course. Family photos up on the walls. And they also have their own private bathroom as well. Same as the girls' bathroom, just opposite. So that's kind of nice. Now let's go downstairs. So this door here at the end of the staircase, this is the center of the zeros that are stacked. This is where the puppy plays. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? All the way up there. So we've got the dog stuff. The dog stuff doesn't have to go out here. I just didn't know where to put it inside. No, I lie. I do know where I was going to put it inside, but then I thought there's nothing to put out in this little section, so I put the dog out here. Sorry. He likes it outside. Can't be mad at him for that. So we climbed this ladder all the way up, and over here on this side, which faces the main street, is the chess table and a games table. And then if we go to this other side, which faces the backyard and is covered with bamboo, why you ask? Because it's where they meditate. She's got her yoga mat, her meditation, her little water rocks and incense. And yes, through the windows you can see all the stuff inside the roof, but whatever. I couldn't figure it out. But I knew I wanted the windows there. I just had to have the windows, so I did the windows. And then there is one more place, the door to the right. This is probably my favorite room of the whole build. You'll have to let me know in the comments below what you think of it. This is their own personal little spa. Yes, it is. It's their own spa. So through this door, we have the sauna, nice and moody and dark and just perfect to relax in. Around this corner here, we have, look at this, a massage table and the chair. I think you can do nails in this chair too. I'm not sure, but you can relax in it. I did test everything in the house. If they're in the chair, if somebody's in the chair, I don't think that they can get to that door. But as long as nobody else is trying to get past it, they'll be fine. And then this door here. Oh, sorry, I was so off key. This is the spa bathroom. They have a full-length mirror there, the sink, toilet, step-down shower, and then a nice little shelving unit with towels and whatnot. So that is the whole thing. I love this room. This was like a last-minute idea. I was going to make this into like the grandparents' bedroom or maybe some twin babies. I don't know. But I saw spa day. Well, one of the spa day. I think it was the massage table that I saw. And is that light too low? No, that should be fine. It's just because I'm up high. But anyway, I had seen the massage table and when I was looking for something else and I decided, you know what? But I decided I will make that into a spa. So I did. And that's where it came from. But I do love this open roof. So yeah, even though this section here in the middle is open, it's still covered by this roof. So technically it's not really open. But here, you'll see what I mean when I say the number 300. So if we take a look down, see, here's the 3, which is the pantry, the kitchen, whatever this is, the dining and bar, living room, bathroom, entry, the center of the 0, and then the spa room over here. And then upstairs, this is the other 0, which is the 2 bedrooms, the 2 bathrooms, and the landing with the opening that goes all the way down. I think I did pretty good on this one. I'm proud of me. I usually tend to do the same build over and over and over again when I have to do it myself, like make my own shell. But this one, since I had to make it be the 300, well, I didn't have to, but since I decided to make it the number 300, it gave me something kind of like my alphabet challenge. It gives me a different thing to work with, a different shell to work with. So I have to do the roof different. I can't do like your basic typical little A-frame roof. I have to do something different. And I love that. I love thinking outside the box. And sometimes I surprise myself. And then other times I'm just very disappointed in myself. But this time I surprised myself. I hope you guys love this as much as I do. I hope you at least like it. But you can download both the shell and the finished build off the gallery. So this is my shell. It's the best thumbnail ever. But here's the original build with the 300 just flat, as you see. I just felt like the layout of it wasn't going to be functional for me. So, and I'll put in the description too, I put the second 0 on top of the first 0. So you can find this on the gallery under hashtag 300 subs shell, hashtag 300 subs, Lil Mama, and Momma-One. And if you want to download the completed build, it's hashtag 300 subs, Lil Mama, and Momma-One. The number 300 made into a large open home complete with some activity and skill items, an open air meditation area along with an in-home spa. There you go for the description. That thumbnail looks great. Yeah, that thumbnail looks great. So you get it's an upside down 30 and then that's a 0, but you get the point. But what's the other little secret surprise that I had for you, you ask? Well, here you go. I decided to change my avatar from the little mama cloud to me in Pixar form. Sort of. I guess you can call it a face reveal. It's not really a face reveal, but close enough. But you will see my new avatar on all future videos. I will leave my channel avatar as is for the time being. That will eventually change. Maybe at 500 subs? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe even starting to do lives at 500 subs. Y'all have to let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see me do at 500. So make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe, and leave any and all comments, questions, and suggestions down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And until next time, y'all, have fun.